Hello trainees, in this session we'll be learning how to fix fasteners. At the end of this session, you'll be able to know different types of fasteners used in garments, explain the steps to fix buttons by hand, describe the steps to attach a sew through a button and to form a shank, explain the steps to attach press studs and describe the steps to attach metal hooks and to prepare an eye-bar from thread.
Fasteners are important elements in garment construction to hold two pieces of a garment together. There are various types of fasteners. Some are decorative and some others are meant to be conspicuous. The common fasteners are buttons, press studs, zips, velcro strips, hooks and eyes, buckles and clasps, etc. Fasteners are used in garments, bags, purse, suitcase cover, etc. Buttons are of different types. They are made of plastic, nylon, metal, leather, wood, pearl, ivory, etc. They may be round, elongated, oval, etc. Buttons are fixed either by hand stitching or machine stitching. They are mainly used in body garments. Buttons are basically of two types, shank and sew-through. Sew-through button has either 2 or 4 holes through which the button is sewn on. Shank button is provided with shank beneath through which it can be fixed. It is often used in ladies' tops and kids' garments, mostly for decorative purpose or in heavy garments like coat or uniforms. Zip fastener is the most important fastening accessory. Varieties of zippers are available like chain zipper, invisible zipper, ladder zippers and open-end zippers. For lightweight and fine fabric, plastic zippers, and for heavyweight fabric, metal zippers are used. Single and open-end zippers are used for sportswear, jackets and on garments with completely open front. Zippers are fixed by machine. A special attachment is used. The presser of a machine is replaced by the zipper presser foot. Hooks and eyes are available in wide range of sizes and types. They are used in trousers and ladies' garments. Buckles and clasps are made of metal or plastic. They are used in belts, suspenders. Let's know how to attach sew-through buttons by hand. Make sure to have all tools, equipments and materials required for this exercise. Hand needle, scissors, long cloth, sewn thread, buttons, press studs and metal hooks. Take a piece of long cloth, 30 cm by 90 cm, mark and cut it into 12 square pieces of 15 by 15 cm, that is 6 widthwise and 2 lengthwise. Take 2 pieces, place one over the other and stitch all around by machine, leaving 1 cm from the edge. Insert single thread into the needle. Don't knot at any end of the thread. Set 5 marks on cloth, one in center, the other 4 grouped around at a distance of 4 cm away from the edge. Hold the fabric by left hand and insert the needle from right side of the fabric at mark, right angle to the fabric. Pull the needle with thread, leaving 1 cm thread at the right side. To secure thread, make stab stitch. Hold the thread end with left hand thumb and insert the needle into the fabric very near, that is 1 mm to the first insertion from wrong side. Repeat the last 2 steps. Cut loose thread end from the upper side. Center the button upon the mark directly on the stab stitch. Bring needle through the button from one hole and back into the fabric by other hole and pull the thread. Repeat the process twice. Bring the needle from the underside of the fabric through the remaining holes of the button. Then bring back into the fabric through the other hole left. Repeat this step 4 more times. To secure the thread, insert the needle into the thread of the last stitch below the fabric. Leave a loop pass the needle through the loop and pull the thread. Repeat the process one more time. Fix another button on a mark on the cloth in the same way. Attach two buttons in square shape. Attach one button crosswise. Let's know how to attach a sew-through button and to form a shank. Take another two pieces, 15 by 15 centimeters, and stitch all around the machine. Secure the thread as described. Bring needle through the button from one hole. Lay a pin or toothpick or matchstick above the button. Stitch across top of the pin from underside through one hole and take needle down to other hole. Repeat 2 or more times. Bring the needle up from the remaining hole of the button and back into the fabric by the opposite hole. Repeat 2 or more times. Remove pin or stick and lift button away from the fabric so stitches are taut. Wind thread firmly under the stitched button thread to make shank. Secure the thread with a stitch into the shank. Form a loop and pass the needle through it. Tighten the thread. Here are the steps to attach press studs. Take 4 pieces of cloth, 15 by 15 centimeters. Machine stitch 2 pieces together so that you get 2 sets. Mark position for fixing ball parts on one and socket parts on another set. Thread the needle with a double thread. Both cut ends are passed through the needle eye. To secure thread, insert the needle in the cloth downwards on the marking. Bring out the needle upwards at a distance of 2 mm. Pull the thread partly and pass the needle through the loop at the end of the thread. Fill one hole of the ball part by 4 buttonhole stitches with double thread. Pass the needle between button and fabric to the next hole beside. In case of double layered cloth, you can also pass the needle between the 2 layers of the fabric. Fill the other holes of the ball part in the same manner. Secure the thread from the underside of the cloth with back stitch and cut. Take the other set of cloth. Place socket parts of stud over the mark and stitch in the same way as the ball part. Take care that the stitching areas of the socket and ball part are not covering each other. Otherwise, press studs will open easily. Here are the steps to attach metal hooks and to prepare an eye bar from thread. Take 2 pieces of cloth, 15 by 15 centimeters, and prepare double layered set. Set 4 marks for attaching eye bars at a distance of 3 centimeters from the left edge of the cloth, and for hooks at a distance of 3 centimeters from the right edge on reverse, that is, the underside of the fabric. Secure the double thread at one of left marks by stab stitch or by loop. Place hook over the mark. Take care for the right direction of hook and eye bar so that the cloth forms a tube after closing the fasteners. Fill both the holes of the hook by 5 to 9 buttonhole stitches in each hole. Pass needle and thread buttonhole through the fabric to the neck of the hook and make 3 stitches around the end of the hook neck to hold it flat on the fabric. Secure and cut the loose threads. Eye bar. To make a thread eye bar, make 2 points in the total length of the eye, 0.5 centimeters, centered over one mark. Insert the double threaded needle at one mark, secure thread, and bring it from the underside of the fabric to the other mark. Take the needle to the first mark from the upper side of the cloth and repeat 3 times. Cover all the strands of thread on the upper side of the cloth with closely spaced buttonhole stitches. When finished, bring the needle and thread to the underside of the cloth and secure stitches.
We have reached the end of this session on how to fix fasteners. By now, you should be able to know different types of fasteners used in garments, explain the steps to fix buttons by hand, Describe the steps to attach a shoe through a button and to form a shank. Explain the steps to attach press studs and describe the steps to attach metal hooks and to prepare an eye bar from thread.